Wewe uliwacha kazi tulikupatia, ukaenda kucheza rege. Umekuja kutuletea mzee ya kuzimia.
In 2021, long before the country knew him as Rigiji, one man saw what others couldn't. While Ruto's friends undermined him and the political elites were laughing him off as a provincial loudmouth, Miguna said this.
And if I were Ruto, I would pick Gachagua as the DP. If I were him, I'm not him. I think Gachagua is the best communicator of that team. I think he's the best mobilizer. I think Gachagua understands power politics more than anybody else at that table. He was Uhuru's aide, but he's a very, very insightful man.
Miguna saw a master strategist, a man trained in the shadows of power. But William Ruto, he saw a placeholder, a loyal foot soldier, a man he could control. But that miscalculation may go down as the single greatest political blunder of Ruto's career. Because today, Rigathi Gachagua is no longer the deputy president. He's the face of the opposition, the man rallying the nation that feels betrayed. And he's not coming back to negotiate. He's coming to dethrone the king.
I present to you the Kenya Kwanza running mate candidate, my brother and friend, Rigathi Gachagua.
You see, in 2022, William Ruto shocked the political elites when he chose Rigathi Gachagua, an ex-district officer with a reputation for blunt, ethnic-centered rhetoric, to be his running mate. Many believed Ruto had made a mistake.
Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua ndio deputy president wetu.
But Gachagua delivered. He mobilized Mount Kenya, held rallies that no one else could match, and built a fortress of Kikuyu loyalty behind Ruto's candidacy. He became the raw, uncensored mouthpiece of the Kenya Kwanza alliance.
Let Uhuru Kenyatta drive this country. He kicked Ruto out of government 2018. Food prices are the highest. People cannot buy food. People cannot buy medicine. People are in trouble. People are crying. He is the president.
But once the election were over, everything changed.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seats.
Sources inside State House say Ruto and his inner circle, including Musalia Mudavadi and Kithure Kindiki, began sidelining Gachagua almost immediately. He was excluded from key meetings. Projects he pushed were blocked. His attempts to steer policy were ignored. And then came the impeachment. In a surprise move, Parliament moved against him. The accusations were abuse of office, tribal favorism, and undermining national unity. But make no mistake, this was political assassination dressed in legal robes. Ruto wanted him out.
We all have made mistakes in life, but if there's one big mistake William Ruto ever did was to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Hapo nayo alijiingiza kidole kwa shimo mbaya.
After his impeachment, many thought Gachagua was finished, but instead he transformed. No longer bound by cabinet protocols and presidential loyalty, he embraced his role as a political street fighter. He hit the ground running, literally. From Nyeri to Murang'a, Masako to Meru, Gachagua began holding campaign-style rallies, energizing crowds with new lingo.
Hakuna barabara hajui kwa jina. Hakuna soko hajui kwa jina. And you would memorize, we are very impressed. Anataja barabara, wakikuyu wanasema
Wewe William Ruto, wewe Kasongo, wewe muuaji, wewe mwizi, wewe Kasongo, Harambee!
These weren't just jokes, these were rallying cries, cultural signals to the Kikuyu nation and nationwide hustler base that their man was back, and this time, unfiltered, he turned himself into a meme on purpose.
honey among rocks, lemon of the cloister, soothing balm, the apple of my eye.
Wewe. Okay.
Because I'm a poet too.
And the people loved it. With Uhuru Kenyatta retired and silent, Rigathi Gachagua has effectively seized control of Mount Kenya political bloc.
Leo tuenda kiama gitu getagwo atia dauga DCP mukauga skiza ground DCP Nilisikia hii watu wa Ruto wakisema ati watanyoroshana na sisi. Hao wanafanya mikutano kwa hema, wamelipa watu. Hapa kuna mtu amelipwa hata moja kuja mkutano? Hapa kuna mtu amelipwa?
Note this, after his impeachment, Ruto's inner circle launched a full-blown propaganda campaign painting Gachagua as a headline Kikuyu nationalist.
Watu wa Bungoma, nimewaambia wale watu wa ukabila, wa ufisadi, wale watu wa chuki, wale wa migawanyiko, wale wa mitego, wale wa mashares hawana nafasi ya kuhubiri chuki katika taifa letu la Kenya.
They said he was too local, too divisive, too ethnic, but Gachagua flipped the script.
Unajua huyu Kasongo anajua kutengeneza narrative ya uongo. Amekuwa akizunguka Kenya ati kusema Rigijini mkabila ati hawezi toka kwa mlima. Hapa ni mlima? Hapa ni Kiambu? Hapa ni Kirinyaga? Hapa ni Nyeri? Hapa ni Embu? Hapa ni Meru? Hapa ni wapi? Rigiji amefika hajafika? Ako na wafuasi hana wafuasi? Wacha nione wafuasi wa Rigiji, wafuasi wa Rigiji. Wewe Kasongo wewe.
Though he first sought to consolidate his support around the mountain, he's now hitting the road across Kenya.
Unajua huyu Kasongo alikuwa anakataza mimi kuja hapa Taita Taveta. Anasema ati mimi ni mkabila.
From public forums in Ukambani to community meetings in Voi and mega rallies in Mombasa, Nakuru, Kisii, even Kakamega. And at every stop, you can expect him to greet the crowds with new catchphrase.
Hi cousins, hi cousins, hi cousins, hi Makuzo, hi cousins. Nisalimie makazi wengine kule. And the journey of cousins, the family of people who are like-minded, who are born together, who have the same tradition. The time for the cousins to come together is now.
This seems to be a light-hearted phrase, but strategically, it's brilliant. It does two things at once. One, it disarms ethnic tension by presenting unity through humor. And number two, it signals a broader political movement, one that includes all Kenyans, not just Mount Kenya.
Gachagua amefanikiwa kufanya kitu Uhuru alijaribu akashindwa. Na hiyo kitu ni kuleta ndugu zetu ama ndugu za Wakikuyu ambao ni Wakamba. Wakamba na Wakikuyu hawajakuwa wakifanya siasa nini moja. Cause wao wamekuwa ODM na ODM kabisa. Lakini
wacheni niwaambie ndugu zangu, ile siasa nimeiona na Gachagua hapa Ukambani. My friend, sisi Wakamba tumetosha siasa. Wakamba sisi wote tumeingia ndani ya one term.
Now, Gachagua has weaponized inclusivity, and the man they once called tribalist is suddenly drawing multi-ethnic crowds, laughing, listening, and chanting his name.
What's up, cousin? What's up, Kuzo? What's up, cuz? How you doing? The momentum at which, my gosh, Rigathi is moving is something supersonic. Hata tujamaliza one time, we are over here calling each other cousins.
Hi cousins, it's not just a joke, it's a chord. It tells Kenyans, I see you, I hear you, we are in this together. He has called out fake unity politics. He has challenged government appointments. He has mocked Ruto's economic failures, high taxes, broken promises, and the collapse of the bottom-up dream. In towns across Kenya, crowds chant his name, and local leaders are beginning to shift allegiances quietly, testing the waters in case this train actually takes off.
mimi nawaangaliaga hivi nacheka mkiandamana Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is not just a guy. That guy is a graduate of political science. A very genius guy. But nyinyi watu wengi kwa siasa huwa wanamuandamine. Later wanakuja kurealize that Gachagua The guy was genius, si venye tulikuwa tunamfikiria.
Now, the president and his allies underestimated Gachagua, not just his resilience, but his intelligence.
Ani Rigiji amevuja jina tribal. Ile ilikuwa imebadikwa kwake na tripu moja. Just 2 days jina kazi moja tu amemaliza maneno ya tribal ambayo alikuwa amebadikwa na kasogo.
They thought impeaching him would isolate him. Instead, it freed him. Now Gachagua is building what analysts are calling a national grievance coalition, a movement uniting 1. Frustrated Kikuyus who feel betrayed. 2. Disillusioned hustlers who feel forgotten. And number 3. Opposition leaders who smell blood. He's no longer a man from Madeira. He's the man in every corner of the country, shaking hands, cracking jokes, and planting seeds of rebellion.
Hi cousins. Hi cousins. That is the man, Rigathi Gachagua wa Kenya na watu wa mlima. You guys gave us Matiba, you gave us Kibaki, now it is Rigathi.
And the State House can say this. So President Ruto is trying to respond, but carefully. He has deployed the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki and Gachagua's old rivals to undermine his influence. He has launched quote-unquote development tours in Mount Kenya. He's handing out roads and bursaries like candy. But the truth is, Ruto knows he's playing catch-up.
Rigathi Gachagua, welcome to Nyanza. Kuja Nyanza. Kuja utusalimie pia sisi. Tunakupenda sana.
And behind the scenes, a new alliance is forming. Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua, Fred Matiang'i, and a section of the Azimio machine, all quietly building a 2027 war machine. And this time, Gachagua isn't playing for DP. He's playing to win.
Yani Gachagua mulimpeach without any plan. Mulikuwa mnataka aende wapi?
Sasa hii Gachagua turn tables on. Sasa hii ile inakula the Kazi narrative. Sasa hii Kazi wote ni Bantus. Wote hata ukiangalia TikTok na kila mahali wanasema manze hata tusiachwe hata mpaka Wasuba na Wapokomo mpaka Wapokomo umetokea. Wapokomo umetokea. After so many years wanasema hata wao Bakuzo. Nyinyi huyu jamaa atawamaliza. Endelea kukaa vile mnakaa.
Now, in politics, they say the enemy you ignore is the one who's gonna bury you. Ruto believed that Gachagua was disposable, that he was nothing without the DP seat. But what he didn't understand, and what Miguna warned the country about, was that Gachagua's genius isn't in power, it's in people. In his ability to communicate, to mobilize, to turn pain into purpose, and slogans into loyalty.
Rigathi Gachagua is the man we needed from day one as the opposition leader. He's the man we needed tangu siku ya kwanza.
In 2022, Gachagua helped Ruto rise to power. In 2027, he's going to be the one to help bring him down. Simply because sometimes the most dangerous man in the room is the one you thought was a joke. Subscribe.